What's going on, guys? It's your boy Spudzie here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Heal Alac Renegade for group content in Guild Wars 2. The Heal Alac Renegade is a build that hasn't been brought up in a while. It saw changes to key abilities such as Orders from Above gaining an increased duration, Fury application becoming easier to maintain, and overall just being allowed more options in terms of stats. These changes have been great and has helped to make this build way better than it once was. It can now essentially apply a permanent 25 stacks of might with 100% uptime on Fury, Vigor, and Alacrity baseline. Protection and resolution can also be maintained if you're able to keep up with the rotation and really try to maximize your boon output. Which brings us to the beauty of this build. While it can be made simple by just pressing a few buttons and healing with your staff, it also has a very high skill ceiling to it where you're essentially juggling boons around. Maintaining might, alacrity, vigor, and fury will come easy, but if you want to put in the extra effort to maintain protection and resolution as well, you can certainly do that. This build can be made to fit almost any playstyle depending on the player. If this video helps you and you like the build, then consider subscribing as it helped me out a ton. Now let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting us off will be our gear. We take full Magi's armor with superior rune of the monk. Our accessories are full minstrels. For the weapon, we take a staff with Magi stats equipped with superior sigils of transference and water. With this gear set, we are able to reach as much healing power as possible while still having enough concentration so that we can upkeep all of the important boons that we can dish out. The added precision from the Magi's gear will help with proccing a few of our traits that rely on crits, such as Fury uptime. The added vitality and toughness on our gear will also help to ensure that we can take a few hits during fights. If you're interested in taking this build into raids, then make sure that you are swapping stats around in order to not reach that toughness threshold. For the traits, we take Salvation, Invocation, and Renegade. The Salvation trait line will increase our healing output overall and allow us even more benefits while we are in Mentari stance. The Invocation trait line will grant us more utility in the form of extra boons from Spirit Boon, and the Charged Mist trait, which will make our lives easier as we swap legends on low energy. And lastly, the Renegade trait line is going to let us apply Alacrity to our teammates and protection while we're using skills in Kala stance. So now that we know the build, let's talk about how you want to play it. For starters, your role will be to provide 100% Alacrity uptime while keeping your group near full health. You will do this by pressing Orders from Above on cooldown and cycling between your plethora of healing abilities. Unlike the Heal Herald, you actually have some of the better ranged burst healing. Outside of just staff auto attacks or staff 4, Mentari's tablet and the Renegade's heal skill are two very strong ranged sources of healing. The tablet can be moved anywhere you want and dish out loads of healing and boons onto your team, while the heal skill in Kala stance provides a very nice source of burst healing with additional healing on every pulse. In order to really maximize this build, however, you will have to be legend swapping often while still maintaining protection. The way we do this is by dropping down all the Kala skills that we can in order to get our protection duration up. Once that's done, we swap stances to reset our healing bonuses and cooldowns. Before protection runs out, swap back over to Kala stance to reapply it while granting the group resolution and gaining another healing buff. Do all of this while auto attacking the boss and pressing our F2 and F4 off cooldown. And that is essentially it. The Heal Alac Renegade is a fantastic build that really does have the potential to carry groups. The flexibility you have depending on how much effort you want to put in really showcases the beauty of what a good build should be. You have access to so many boons and so many great utilities like projectile blocks that it really stands out as a contender in my eyes. But that's it for me. Let me know what you guys think of the build and if you're going to be playing it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Put your best into it. Together,
Time for a revolution!
we must renew ourselves.
That was impressive.
Fate, meet fist! Why don't you?
History is mine. Impressive combination.
Why don't you? Warhead in position. On the double. Why don't you?
I feel great music.
Freedom must be earned, not given.
I feel great music.
Back me up. Black Legion, see it done. Why don't you? Never surrender.
Together, we shall gather.